Have you ever reached the point where your prayers feel like they're bouncing off the ceiling? Have you ever wondered why your faith has cost you so much, while others seem to walk through life untouched? Have you ever whispered in the dark, "Lord, did you forget my name?" Listen to me, chosen one. You didn't stumble onto this message. Heaven orchestrated it. This moment right now was written into your story long before you took your first breath. God says, it's your turn tonight. Out of billions of souls walking this earth, heaven has chosen this exact moment to open the vault of divine wealth, and only 1% will walk through it. Could that 1% be you? Picture it. A massive door in heaven's treasury, glowing with gold light. Ancient hinges trembling as angels reach for the handle. You've waited your entire life for this sound, the sound of a door unlocking that no man could open. But before you can enter, you must realize something shocking. The delays, the disappointments, the detours, they weren't punishment. They were divine preparation. You weren't denied, you were refined. Every sleepless night, every heartbreak, every financial setback, heaven was taking notes. Your struggle has been the down payment for what's being released tonight. And I feel it even as I speak, something shifting in the atmosphere. Your pulse is quickening because your spirit recognizes this frequency. It's not coincidence, it's confirmation. If you feel that stirring in your chest, if something deep within you already knows this word is yours, don't just listen, respond. Type, "I receive it," in the comments right now. That's not superstition, that's agreement. That's you telling heaven, I'm ready. Oh, one. And before we go deeper, let me pause to say this from my heart. Thank you to every single one of you who has supported this message through Super Thanks. Your generosity means more than you know. You're not just giving, you're sowing. You're planting light for someone who feels forgotten tonight. Whether you give or not, I'm deeply grateful for your time, your attention, your open heart. If this message already resonates with your spirit, go ahead, let faith move you. Because this isn't about luck, it's about legacy. This is not the lottery of chance, it's the inheritance of the faithful. And heaven is calling your name to step forward. So stay with me. Don't you dare scroll away. Before this message ends, you'll understand why God delayed you and why tonight delay expires. This is your divine appointment. This is your turning night. The door is opening. The light is spilling through, and heaven is whispering your name. It's your turn. Have you ever looked around and wondered why everyone else's prayers seem to get answered but yours? Have you ever watched people walk into blessings that you've been begging God for while your name never gets called? Have you ever whispered to heaven, "Lord, did you lose my file?" Chosen one, I know that ache, that quiet disappointment you never talk about. You've spent years giving, serving, believing only to wake up every morning to the same unanswered prayers. You've tithed faithfully. You've prayed until your voice cracked. You've kept the faith when logic told you to give up, and yet nothing seemed to shift. Every time you got close to breakthrough, something pulled you back. It's like you've been sitting in the waiting room of heaven, isn't it? Watching other people get called in, hearing the sound of doors opening for them while you're left clutching your ticket, wondering if heaven forgot your number. But here's the truth that will change how you see everything. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." In the original Hebrew, that word wait doesn't mean sitting idle. It means to twist together. While you've been waiting, God's been weaving. He's been twisting your tears with His timing, your pain with His purpose, your prayers with His plan. You thought you were standing still, but heaven was spinning gold from your suffering. Every night you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, asking if any of it mattered. God was threading another layer of strength into your soul. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was happening in secret. What if the silence wasn't rejection? What if it was refinement? You see, Delay is not denial. Delay is divine incubation. Just like a seed buried in soil, you've been hidden, not forgotten. What looks like darkness from the outside has been growth from within. The roots had to go deep before the fruit could show. And I know your body's tired, your heart's weary, your hope's been stretched thin. But the reason it's been so long is because the promise attached to your life is heavy. Heaven had to make sure your spirit could hold what others would have dropped. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. That's why the attacks didn't stop. That's why the money never stretched. That's why people walked away when you needed them most. Every loss was a setup for a greater capacity. Every disappointment was divine strengthening disguised as heartbreak. You've been carrying the weight of answered prayers that haven't yet manifested, but tonight, that waiting breaks. Because what was maturing underground is about to burst through the surface. God hasn't been ignoring you. He's been aligning you. And when alignment meets timing, manifestation becomes unstoppable. Think of Abraham, 25 years waiting for a promise that seemed impossible. Think of Moses, 40 years in a desert believing his purpose was over. Think of Anna, the prophetess, who waited 8 decades just to see Jesus for one moment. Each one waited longer than they expected, but when their moment came, it was worth every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered question. So, dear one, I need you to hear this. If you're still breathing, it means God's not done. You're still on His list. Your name is still written on the blueprint of destiny. And the longer it takes, the louder your testimony will be. The pain you're feeling is not proof that God abandoned you. It's proof that He's still working on something too powerful to release prematurely. If this word touches the deepest part of your spirit, I want you to do something bold. Comment right now, "I'm still here," because your survival is evidence that you're meant to receive what's coming next. You didn't wait for nothing. You waited for this. And tonight, Heaven's about to show you why the waiting had to last this long. Who are the 1%? Pause. Let that question hang in the air. They're not the richest on Wall Street. They're not the loudest on social media. They are the ones Heaven can trust. Chosen one. Listen closely. Because what I'm about to reveal will shake how you see wealth, success, and every year you thought was wasted. You've lived through market crashes, recessions, inflation, corporate greed. You've watched people get rich overnight while you fought just to keep your lights on. You've seen the wicked prosper while the righteous seem to struggle. And deep down you've asked the question no one dares to say out loud, "God, where's the justice in that?" But Heaven has an economy the world doesn't understand. In God's system, obedience is the currency. Faith is the investment, and His stock never crashes, it multiplies. Proverbs 13:22 declares, "The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous." Do you know what that means? Laid up doesn't mean lost. It means stored, reserved, accruing heavenly interest, waiting for the appointed time to be released into the hands of those who can handle it. And I hear the Spirit saying, that release begins now. Every tear you cried when no one was watching, Heaven logged it as seed. Every act of faith when your bank account was gasping for breath, that was a deposit. Every year you thought slipped away, Heaven was calculating compound interest on every moment of endurance. You didn't lose time, you built treasure. The world calls you retired, God calls you refired. They see wrinkles. Heaven sees wisdom. They see limitations. God sees preparation. You've lived long enough to understand that money without meaning is misery. That's why the next wealth transfer isn't just about finances, it's about trust, divine trust. Because before God transfers resources, He tests responsibility. And now He's searching the earth for those who've proven faithful in the famine, because they're the ones He can trust in the flood. Pause. Look around you. Wall Street trembles. banks collapse, inflation rises. But in heaven's ledger, your name glows. Because while the world was hoarding, you were sowing. While others were panicking, you were praying. While they built empires for ego, you built altars of faith. The billion-dollar blessing isn't money first, it's trust. Money follows trust like a river follows gravity. And when heaven trusts you, favor chases you down. This is why you had to go through lack, so that when abundance comes, greed won't own you. This is why you had to watch others win while you waited, so that when it's your turn, you'll know the purpose behind the prosperity. God's saying tonight, you've proven you can be trusted with little, now I'll trust you with much. You are not here by chance. You are part of a divine redistribution that's shaking the earth. The same God who multiplied the widow's oil in 2 Kings 4 is about to multiply what's in your hand. The same God who sent manna in the wilderness is preparing miracle provision in your mailbox, your health, your home, your legacy. But here's the catch. He can't release what you still doubt you deserve. So I'll ask you straight, chosen one. Can heaven trust you to steward what others wasted? Can God hand you the overflow without fear you'll forget the source? Pause. Let that question pierce you. Because the door to heaven's vault is creaking open, the transfer has begun, and obedience, not hustle, will determine who walks through it. If you're ready to step into heaven's economy, to trade worry for worship, to let faith become your new currency, then declare it now. Type it, speak it, claim it. I'm ready for heaven's economy, because what's about to hit your life will not follow Wall Street, it will follow obedience. And the next sound you hear might just be the door of heaven's treasury opening with your name on it. Are you ready to be trusted? Chosen one. Let me ask you something that may shake you to your core. How many storms did you survive that others didn't? How many nights did you cry out to God while everyone else slept peacefully, unaware that you were fighting for your sanity, your family, your faith? How many times did you choose to believe when logic said, give up? You see, heaven has a secret that most of the world will never understand. The 1% aren't the lucky, they're the forged. The fire that nearly broke you wasn't punishment. It was a process. It was the furnace where heaven refines its rarest vessels. You weren't being destroyed. You were being designed. Think of Joseph. The pit, the prison, the palace. It wasn't random misfortune. It was divine engineering. His brothers thought they buried him. They were wrong. They planted him. He was a dreamer, stripped of his robe, falsely accused, forgotten behind iron bars. But God was turning dungeons into training grounds. And when the time came, Joseph didn't just survive the system that betrayed him, he governed it. That's how God works. He takes the overlooked and turns them into overseers. He takes the ones the world throws away and gives them keys to the treasury. But here's what most people don't want to hear. Before God trusts you with billions, he has to test you with nothing. Before he gives you influence, he watches how you handle isolation. Before he releases abundance, he measures how you steward lack. That's why your life has been so hard. That's why every door closed when you needed one to open. God wasn't rejecting you, he was inspecting you. He was proving you trustworthy. You thought the struggle was rejection, it was inspection. Heaven's quality control. Because gold doesn't sparkle fresh from the earth. It's dull, dirty, unimpressive until it hits the fire. And the refining fire doesn't destroy gold. It reveals it. That's what the pain was doing to you, revealing who you really are. Every betrayal purified you. Every disappointment burned away what couldn't go with you. Every tear removed another layer of pride, fear, and doubt until only purpose remained. Heaven marks its billion-dollar vessels, not with crowns, but with scars. The wounds you hide are proof of the battles you survived, and they're your qualification for the wealth about to be released. Joseph didn't walk into Pharaoh's court polished and perfect. He walked in with the scent of a prison still on him, and that's what made him dangerous. He'd been through hell and learned to carry heaven in his heart. You too carry that mark, the mark of endurance, the mark of authenticity, the mark of someone who's been through the furnace and didn't melt you matured. And now, the testing is over. The fire has done its job. You didn't realize it, but your faith has been audited by heaven, and you passed. Look around you. The ones who mocked you have faded. The ones who betrayed you are watching. The ones who doubted you are about to see the reason for your refining. This is the hour when God takes the forged and puts them on display. The 1% aren't better. They're braver. They stayed when others ran. They prayed when others complained. They believed when others broke. And now, heaven is saying, I can trust you. You, chosen one, are not a victim of the fire. You are the result of it. You are proof that pain can produce power, that ashes can birth abundance, that scars can shine like gold. Write it below, tested and trusted, because that's who the 1% truly are. You've been refined, you've been prepared, and the next door that opens will prove it. Are you ready to walk through it? Tonight, not next week, not next year, tonight. Something sacred is stirring in the atmosphere. You can feel it, can't you? The air feels heavier, electric, like heaven itself is leaning over the edge, waiting for your yes. Angels are moving through unseen corridors right now. The divine transaction is in motion. For years you've prayed, God, when is it my turn? You've watched others rise while you sat in silence, wondering if maybe heaven misplaced your name. You've sown seeds with tears, served faithfully when no one saw, and asked quietly in the dark, Lord, did you forget me? But hear me, chosen one. God's ledger is clearing tonight. Heaven's books are open, and the transfer that's been pending in eternity is about to be released into time. The divine deposit has your name on it. What if everything you thought was a setback was actually set up? What if every unanswered prayer wasn't rejection but redirection, pointing you straight to this hour? Every delay, every closed door, every not yet, every lonely night, it all converges here. Do you feel that trembling inside your spirit? That's not emotion, that's recognition. Heaven is whispering, this is the moment you've been prepared for. Tonight, not next week, not next year, tonight. The ledger is being balanced. The tears you cried became currency. The sleepless nights became deposits. The pain you carried became proof of trustworthiness. You didn't just survive your waiting, you earned your inheritance. Joel 2:25 declares, I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. Every wasted season, every lost dream, every opportunity that slipped through your hands, heaven's restoring them with interest. God never forgets compound pain, and he never withholds compound blessing. You're not too late, you're right on time. Moses began at 80. Sarah laughed at 90. Abraham was 75 when he packed up everything and followed a promise that made no sense. Delay doesn't mean denial, it means development. The waiting wasn't wasted, it was your training ground. So why are you trembling right now? Because deep down, your spirit already knows the truth. You've entered a prophetic window, and time as you knew it is shifting. Heaven's clock just struck midnight. Let me ask you a question that might shake you. What if you've already been chosen to carry what others only dream of, but your fear of disappointment kept you from reaching for it? What if the enemy has been whispering, it's too late, you're too old, you've missed your moment? Because he knows that once you believe tonight is your turn, his grip over your destiny breaks forever. Take a breath, dear one. Let the truth settle. You are not behind schedule, you are in perfect alignment. God has been holding your miracle until your spirit could handle the weight of it. You thought he was holding it back. He was holding it safe. Tonight is not about random chance, it's divine choreography. Every choice, every scar, every closed chapter led here. And this moment, this sacred now, is the key unlocking what generations before you prayed for but never saw. Say it out loud. This is my night. This is my divine turn. Write it below so heaven sees your agreement. Because every declaration you make tonight echoes through eternity. The spiritual vault is open. The transfer is live. The only question left is, will you step into it? The same God who split seas, who opened wombs, who raised the dead, is still moving. He has not retired from miracles. He's just been waiting for your yes. Tonight, the wait is over. The delay expires. The blessing begins. So I ask you, chosen one, will you walk through the door while it's still open, or will you let fear make you watch from the hallway of almost? Heaven is waiting for your answer. You've survived the storms, haven't you, chosen one? You've walked through fire that could have burned you to ash, and yet here you are, still breathing, still believing, still standing. But hear me now. Surviving was never the end game. Survival was only the rehearsal. Tonight, God is moving you from survivor to steward. For decades, you've prayed, Lord, when will my blessing come? But the shocking truth is this. The blessing isn't just coming, it's arriving with an assignment. What heaven is about to release into your hands isn't casual comfort, it's kingdom currency. And if that makes your spirit tremble, good. Because God doesn't give billion-dollar blessings to casual believers. He gives them to carriers of purpose. Think about Moses. The man didn't hold a fortune, he held a staff. Simple wood, rough to the touch, but in God's hand, it became the instrument that parted seas and toppled empires. That staff wasn't luxury, it was authority. And now, in this generation, wealth is that staff. God is saying, I'm placing resources in your hands, not to spend, but to send. Not for indulgence, but for impact. Let that sink in for a moment. You didn't endure loss and heartbreak just to rest in comfort. You endured because God was shaping your character to carry power without pride. Every tear you cried, every night you stayed faithful when it would have been easier to give up, it wasn't wasted. It was qualification. Heaven was watching, measuring, testing, and tonight, heaven is saying, now, you're ready. And what if the very money you've been praying for isn't meant to change your lifestyle, but to change someone's life? What if that inheritance, that payout, that unexpected door that's about to open, what if it's not about your comfort at all, but about your calling? God isn't funding greed. He's funding goodness. He's financing the faithful. He's releasing wealth into the hands of those who know what pain feels like, so they'll never forget what compassion looks like. Let me ask you something raw. If the Lord blessed you with everything you've asked for tonight, every dollar, every dream, every door, would you build monuments, or would you build ministries? Would you hoard it, or would you heal with it? Because this next move of God will divide the blessed from the stewards. The blessed say, look what I have. The stewards say, look what God can do through me. Pause. Feel that weight in your chest. That's not fear, it's trust. Heaven is trusting you. You are part of the 1% God can trust with overflow, because you've already proven you can thrive with little. In Matthew 25, the master didn't reward the servant who buried his treasure. He honored the one who multiplied it. He said, well done, good and faithful servant. Not good and famous, not rich and comfortable. Faithful. And faithfulness isn't proven in plenty, it's proven in purpose. You will leave something greater than a will, you'll leave a witness. A testimony that says, when the world chased wealth, I carried purpose. Your grandchildren will talk about you not because of what you owned, but because of what you built. This is not about money, it's about mission. The billion-dollar blessing is a divine trust fund for souls. It's not heaven's jackpot, it's heaven's job call. So tonight, as God transfers what's been stored for decades into the hands of the prepared, ask yourself this: will you be a container or a conduit? Will you collect or will you commission? If your spirit is stirring right now, don't resist it. That's the sound of heaven unlocking resources meant for your assignment. Declare it out loud. I'll build with what God gives. Say it until the walls around your fear collapse. Say it until your faith rises like fire, because this is your moment. You've been preserved for this hour. The staff is in your hand. The vault is open. The transfer has begun. Now the question is, what will you build with it? The universe is shifting. Heaven's vault is open. The countdown is over. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. Can you feel it, chosen one? That trembling under your skin, that rush in your spirit that feels almost electric. That's heaven moving through your bloodstream. That's destiny breaking its silence. For decades you've prayed, you've waited, you've endured nights so heavy you thought dawn would never come, and yet here you are, still breathing, still believing, still standing in the middle of a divine transaction that's happening right now. You see, there comes a midnight in every believer's life when heaven stops observing and starts intervening. This is that midnight, the miracle midnight, the moment where everything shifts in the blink of an eye. Listen closely. Do you hear it? The sound of chains snapping. That's every limitation that's tried to keep you small. Do you see it? Light flooding through the cracks of the room you thought was sealed shut. That's God refusing to let darkness have the final word. Do you feel it? The air thickening with presence. That's the Almighty walking through your story, rewriting endings the enemy thought were permanent. Every night of pain is paying dividends tonight. Every tear you cried was currency. Heaven has been collecting the receipts, and now, heaven is cashing them in. The years the locusts devoured, the strength you thought you lost, the opportunities that slipped through your hands, they were never gone. They were accruing interest in heaven's economy. But let me ask you something that may sting. Why do you think the battle was so brutal? Why do you think the sickness hit so hard, the betrayal cut so deep, the losses came one after another? It's because you were carrying something so valuable that hell itself went bankrupt trying to stop you. The attack was never about your weakness, it was about your worth. Job lost everything, but in the end, God restored double. Joseph was forgotten in prison, but in one day, he went from prisoner to prime minister. Paul and Silas sang in their cells, and at midnight, the prison doors flew open. Do you understand the pattern? Midnight is when heaven does its loudest miracles. And tonight, this very hour, you're standing in your own Acts 16 moment. The earth is shaking beneath your feet, because the prison of delay cannot hold you another second. Every ceiling over your life is cracking. Every curse over your family line is breaking. Every lie that said, you're too old or it's too late, is being burned off by divine fire. Chosen one, you didn't survive by accident. You survived because your name was written on heaven's blueprint for this generation. You've been carried through storms, so you could speak to them now and say, peace, be still. Do you feel that power rising? That's not emotion, that's anointing. That's the same spirit that raised Christ from the dead, now quickening your body, renewing your strength, and declaring over your soul, this is your time. If you feel the presence of God confirming this word, shout it in the comments, I receive the transfer. Don't watch, participate. This is not a sermon to consume, it's a moment to step into. Because while the world sleeps, heaven is wide awake, releasing what's been stored for those who stayed faithful. The vault is open. The door is unlatched. The light is spilling out. You can stay where you are, or you can reach out and grab what's already yours. So I'll ask you one last question. What will you do now that the door is open? Because, chosen one, the clock has struck 12, and heaven is calling your name. It's your turn. You are not alone. Across America tonight, from the quiet towns of the Midwest to the bright lights of New York City, thousands of chosen ones are feeling the same stirring in their spirit. Seniors who thought their season was over are sitting up in bed, hearts pounding, realizing that heaven never retired them. Heaven has reassigned them. Can you feel it? That gentle pulse under your skin, that warmth in your chest. That's not nostalgia, dear one. That's resurrection. You've carried pain that no one saw, fought battles no one clapped for, and kept faith when logic said let go, and God saw all of it. Every night you whispered, Lord, just help me make it through another day. Heaven recorded as a line of faith, and now that faith is being cashed in. Tonight, God says, your latter days will be greater than your former. But here's the question that shakes the soul. What will you do with what's left? What will you do with the years still in your hands? You could spend them waiting for the end, or you could spend them ushering in a beginning. Moses didn't start his assignment until he was 80. Sarah didn't laugh with joy until 90. Anna the prophetess was 84 when she finally saw Jesus in the temple. God doesn't count birthdays. He measures obedience. So, chosen one, if you're still breathing, it means heaven still needs your voice on earth. Let me ask you something real. What if the very thing you thought disqualified you was the key that makes you unstoppable now? What if the wrinkles are your crown, the scars your credentials, the pain your power? You see, age doesn't disqualify you, fear does. And tonight, fear loses its grip. Pause. Breathe. Because what I'm about to say is sacred. Father, right now, I lift every listener, every heart that's trembling under the weight of this word. For every senior watching who thought it was too late, breathe new strength. Restore the years that the locusts have eaten. Restore health. Restore confidence. Let divine provision flow like a river through their homes. Let their bones feel young again, their spirits alive again. Let their latter days overflow with purpose, with peace, with laughter that echoes through generations. Holy Spirit, release fresh fire. Let it fall on every weary soul. Turn fatigue into fuel. Turn waiting into worship. Turn loneliness into legacy. And Lord, for those who have given, who have sown, who have sacrificed, multiply their seed. Let their generosity become a wave of breakthrough for others who feel forgotten tonight. You feel that peace washing over you now, don't you? That's not emotion, that's encounter. That's heaven confirming that this word was for you. So I'll ask one more time, what will you do with the wealth, the wisdom, and the years still in your hand? Will you bury them in regret? Or will you build something that outlives you? If this word spoke to you, share it. Someone in your circle is one amen away from their breakthrough. Don't keep light to yourself, shine it. Like this message, subscribe, and let's reach 100,000 chosen ones together. Because revival won't come from platforms, it will rise from living rooms like yours. The door is open now. The vault is glowing. The air itself feels charged. Don't just watch others step in, walk through it. Because heaven is waiting for your yes. This is not the end. This is activation. The silence of your past is over. The roar of your new season has begun. And as you close your eyes tonight, hear this in your spirit. You are seen, you are trusted, you are chosen, and it is your turn. Before we close tonight, I want you to take a deep breath and let these words settle into your heart. You've heard about faith, endurance, and divine timing, but here's what I want you to remember most. You were never forgotten, you were being prepared. Every delay, every heartbreak, every sleepless night has been shaping you for the blessing that's finally within reach. God's promises are not fragile, they don't expire with age or circumstance. What He spoke over your life still stands. And when heaven declares, "It's your turn," no force on earth can stop it. You are part of the 1%, not because of luck, but because of trust. Because when life broke others, you bent but did not break. When storms came, you prayed instead of quitting. That's what qualifies you. But hear this truth, dear one, you are not alone. God is still moving in your story right now, quietly, powerfully, in ways you may not see yet. You have a community here, thousands across America praying with you, believing with you, walking this same path of faith. You belong to a family of chosen ones who refuse to give up. Let me ask you something. Now that you know heaven has opened the door, what will you do with it? Will you walk through it in fear, or will you step through it in faith? Because tonight could be the start of a new chapter if you dare to believe it. Let's pray together. Father God, I lift up every heart listening right now. You see their tears, their hopes, their battles, and their faith. I ask you to breathe new strength into their bodies, new courage into their spirits, and new clarity into their minds. Let doors open that no man can shut. Let miracles unfold in quiet homes tonight. Heal what is broken: bodies, relationships, finances, hearts. Restore what was lost, and remind them that your timing is perfect, even when the waiting feels endless. Lord, bless the hands that have given, the hearts that have trusted, and the souls that have stayed faithful through the fire. Let peace settle over them like a warm blanket on a cold night. And let them wake tomorrow knowing they are chosen, they are loved, and they are never alone. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to be reminded that God hasn't forgotten them. Comment below and tell us how this word spoke to your heart. If you need prayer, write your request. We'll stand in faith with you. And before you go, thank you for staying until the end. Thank you for your faith, your attention, and your heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next message. You are chosen, you are covered, and the best chapters of your story are still being written by the hand of God. Amen.